Page 5 now. Trump sends a strong message to Iran. During this week's press conference with Emmanuel Macron, President Trump reiterated his thoughts on the JCPOA and discussed Iran's recent threats. And although the administration has still not taken official stance on the matter, Macron has stated that he expects President Trump to drop out of the 2015 agreement. So, what will this mean for our allies? And can we expect a response from Iran? Joining me now on the Daily Ledger Page 5 beat, the founder of the American Truth Project and Daily Ledger contributor, Barry Nussbaum. Barry, at this point, it's all speculation that we're pulling out.
It's speculation because there hasn't been an official announcement, Morgan, but this week with President Macron at his side, President Trump signaled to the world that the JCPOA is on very thin ice and changes will be made.
When they made the Iran deal, what they should have done is included Syria. When I say should have, before giving them Iran $150 billion and $1.8 billion in cash. This is a deal with decayed foundations. It's a bad deal. It's a bad structure. It's falling down. Should have never, ever been made. And we're going to see what happens on the 12th. But I will say, if Iran threatens us in any way, they will pay a price like few countries have ever paid.
You heard it loud and clear. The warning is coming from the president and all over Washington this week. If not changes on a big scale, we are out on May 12th. And then, is Trump right or is Trump wrong? You go back to, 3 years ago when the deal went together, and the people that were screaming against the deal have turned out to be right, and the people that supported it in this country have turned out to be very wrong, Morgan. It should never have happened.
And so, regardless, the president wants there to be some changes made, some massive changes made, in order to keep this deal at all in any way, shape, or form. So what are some of the changes that we can expect to be made if the president makes them?
That is the $24 million question right now. If you go back to Obama's speech in the Rose Garden in 2014, he was promising anytime inspections without notice. Of all places, Iran is enhancing uranium for the purpose of potentially developing weapons. Well, guess what, Morgan? It never got included in the deal, and the American public was lied to. Most of the places where the uranium sits today in Iran and is running in centrifuges are off limits. And get this, inspectors have to make appointments and have to request entry, and those aren't always approved. Trump said that's wrong. Trump is right. The second big change that Trump wants is Iran has taken that, $150 billion we gave them, and they're dumping it into intercontinental ballistic missile delivery systems that eventually, in the near future, could drop a missile on the United States and all of North America. Trump wants the missiles gone. And the third problem, and he's pushing hard on this, is the sunset clause. Starting in 10 years for some stuff, 15 years for the other stuff, the reins are off. Iran can build nuclear bombs under this deal. It guarantees them nuclear weapons. Today, with Merkel at his side in the White House, Trump said earlier today he will never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. That means that has to come out of the JCPOA. And Iran says no.
Exactly. And now, of course, Democrats are predicting the end of the world, which they have been since the president took office. But it seems to me that the end of the world is more likely if we stay in this deal than if we pull out entirely.
You know, the old adage, when somebody threatens to kill you and promises they're going to do it, believe them. Why is it that Trump had to get elected in order for the leadership in the United States to believe these people that every day in Tehran are still chanting death to America and dragging around their missiles with names on it like Washington and New York and Los Angeles, as if to say, when this thing works and we have a bomb, goodbye to America. Trump wants the missiles gone. Trump wants the uranium enhancement gone, and Trump wants guaranteed inspections included. Without that in the JCPOA, this is no deal.
And it's not a tough thing, or it's not a crazy thing to ask for. We should all be wanting that. Barry, thanks.